Welcome everybody to the preview build of the Razbam F15E Strike Eagle. This amazing aircraft has been given to me by Razbam to show off some of its capabilities and its in-depth systems. I want to give thanks to Razbam for giving me the opportunity to provide you with a preview of this sophisticated aircraft that I grew up loving as a child. Now I just got granted access yesterday, so let's go out there, learn something, and make a difference. Alright, welcome to the cockpit of the F-15. We just got a scramble alert. Let's go ahead and start this bad boy up. It's actually a really easy procedure to do. It only takes a few minutes, and what I love about this aircraft is the sounds from Razbam are just on point. One of my favorite things is feeling immersed, and I definitely feel immersed with the startup and also the shaking of the aircraft when you start it up, and you'll see that here in just a second. Alright, pulling out the JFS. We'll go ahead and start the right engine here in just a second. We'll lift the finger lift, and you'll hear this amazing startup sound. And when the engine starts going, you'll notice the cockpit starts shaking a little bit, which is pretty cool actually. Alright, let's introduce the fuel. Alright, let's go ahead and start the left engine now. I love that sound. Turn on some of the displays here and turn on the radios. Getting rid of the low altitude warning. Don't need that. Alright, here we are on the takeoff now. Pulling back on the stick here. Gently come off and put a little bit of nose trim in as we lift off. Gear comes up, flaps come up, and there's just a few pitching moments due to the flaps coming up here. Trying to maintain a level flight here, gain some speed, and do a max performance climb in the F-15 Strike Eagle. Accelerates pretty quickly without the tanks. It's about 430 knots. Let's pull back on the stick, and let's start this max performance climb, baby. As you can see, the Strike Eagle has no problems getting up to altitude. As we're climbing up in our scramble, again, just want to thank Razbam for giving me the opportunity to preview the F-15 for all of you fine people out there. Thanks for everybody joining, and I really thought about what kind of video I wanted to make for the F-15, and I really wanted to do some F-15 air-to-ground stuff, but I wasn't able to get into the manual on the air-to-ground stuff yet. I was flying all day yesterday, so I was able to read a little bit about the F-15 air-to-air stuff this morning, and I made a little bit of a video here taking on some MiG-29s, and we'll take them out with some AMRAAMs, and then we come back around and land at Nellis Air Force Base, which was pretty nice. So here we are going after the MiG-29, just waiting for them to pop up on the radar. I did switch the radar to Twiz mode, and we're going to go ahead and designate the first target here. And again, this is just a demonstration of me using the air-to-air radar here in the first few hours of me having the F-15 after reading the manual a little bit. And when I have a full grasp and I understand all the acronyms and all the terms, you know, we'll make a proper video. But here we are just using the Twiz mode. And one thing I have to say about the F-15 is the radar is impressive. And I know that a lot of people already know that, but this thing is a monster. So here we are about 48 miles out from the first bandit, and the second bandit is about 52 miles out. So right now we're just pressing the 2 bandits at the moment, getting a little bit closer, make sure we're in range of the AMRAAM shots. Passing about 35,700 feet, going over Mach 1, and just about to fire our first Fox 3 at the first bandit. There we go. Fox 3, that was about 40 miles out, and the second bandit about 44 miles out right now. One of them's locking me at the moment. That's okay. Get a little bit closer here, make sure we're in range. And let's go ahead and take this shot now. Fox 3, 40 miles. So we got 2 Fox 3s out on 2 separate bandits. They're MiG-29s. Let's go ahead and crank to the left and put them on the right gimbal of the radar. Alright, let's level out here. Let's take a quick look. See if we can find these bandits. There they are, 2 MiG-29s at altitude with 2 Fox 3s on the way. Let's go ahead and make a right turn into these bandits here so we don't lose radar lock. Waiting for the missile to go pitbull. And let's see if we can look over there and see if we see a splash. Yep, there we go. Got our first splash right there. MiG-29 down. Let's change to the second target. Turn in and press the second bandit. And looking for a splash. You gonna give it to me, baby? Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, splash 2, splash 2. So that was just a quick little demonstration of some air-to-air in the F-15 Strike Eagle. Can't wait to break it down and really get into the nitty-gritty of the radar of the F-15. It's gonna be awesome. Alright, so we just finished that mission. We're coming back to land at Nellis Air Force Base. We took off from Creech, but we want to land here at Nellis on the Nevada map. And the procedure is to fly at a set altitude at a minimum of 300 knots. And since we're here at Nevada, we're going to use 1,500 feet radar altitude. So we got 1,500 feet on the HUD. And we're going to do a little bit of a brake here to the left. And you can use the air brake if you wish. But I'm going to put out some flares instead of the air brake. I like to show off a little bit. Bring the nose back around. Since we were lined up on 2-1 left, we're looking for 030 for a downwind leg. Under 300 knots, the gear comes down. Under 250 knots, the flaps come down. Rolling out on the downwind leg here. Landing lights on. We're basically reducing the speed to an on-speed AOA between 20 and 22 degrees AOA, and that's under the airspeed indicator on the HUD. Looking behind me and make sure I get my landing point picked out. Go ahead and start the base turn. So on the base turn, we're going to lose some of the airspeed, so our AOA is going to increase, so we're going to need to increase the power to maintain between 20 and 22 degrees AOA. You can see right now we're at 21. I'm going to pull a little bit harder here, so the AOA is going to increase, just so I can get lined up with the runway. Adding just a little bit of power, about 200 knots right now. And then when we roll out, going to bring the power back to maintain that on-speed AOA. We're going to put the flight path marker onto the beginning of the runway. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. I like it. A little fast, and there we go. We're on speed now. Let's maintain that speed. And we're going to maintain this speed all the way into the flare, come to idle, and then put out the speed brake and touch down. Here we are, about 22 degrees AOA. Right there, looking nice. There's the touchdown zone. Speed brake comes out. Don't pitch too much. Oh yeah, baby. First landing in the Strike Eagle was butter. We'll hold off the nose wheel so we can roll out to the end. Let the nose come down gently. Oh man, the sounds are amazing. I'm loving the sounds. So we're just going to let it roll out here to the end and get off the runway, but I do hope you enjoyed my first preview video of the F-15 Strike Eagle. We are going to be putting out some more videos, and we're going to be doing some more demonstrations. But before we do that, I need to get to the manual and really start learning this aircraft. I really want to do some air-to-ground in this aircraft, and I cannot wait to show all of you an excellent preview of this F-15 Strike Eagle. Thanks again for watching. See you on the next video.